Every paper will need an introduction and conclusion. Today we're going to look at techniques to build both. This image is a great starting point. Notice that it specifies the intro is the state of knowledge at the start of the paper, and the conclusion is the state of knowledge at the end of the paper. Of course, the whole middle part gets you from start to finish. So let's look at what we need to include in our intros and conclusions. In the introduction, you should introduce each of your topics with a general description. This tells the reader what the paper is about in enough detail that they can decide if it will be useful. Think of all those journal articles you had to read for the research. If they didn't tell you what was in them in the first paragraph, you'd still be trying to figure out which ones were going to be helpful. Remember, most college papers are formal research papers. That means they are not a forum for personal opinions. They are not novels or blogs. You do not need drama. It does not have to be exciting or engage the reader. Simply present one statement for each of your main topics and then put your thesis statement. Most importantly, your introduction does not mention things that are not discussed in the paper. Write one sentence that answers your research question. That is your thesis statement. It should include all your main topics in the order they are covered in the paper. The image on your screen is an excellent guide for creating the thesis statement, and this form can be found on the website. The conclusion is a lot like your introduction. It will be slightly longer because you need to restate each of your points and demonstrate how you proved it in the paper. Basically, give all your main facts again. One place students go astray here is trying to introduce new information. If there is something important you left out, go back into the paper and add it. Checklists are great tools to make sure you've met all the standards. Here are a couple for the introduction and the conclusion. You can also find these on the website. And here is that website. So you can see that the introduction and the conclusion tie it all together. If you need any help with them, let a librarian know.